Hi, Scorpio Moons. Thank you so much for being here. I am Divine Femme Carrot 144. Very happy, grateful, and blessed to bring you this reading. This reading is designed for those who have their moon sign in the zodiac sign of Scorpio. Unlimited to anyone who should find this message or should this message find you. For your reading, I will be doing a 3-card spread. Love, money, and you. And then clarifying those 3 cards. I'm also going to do a major arcana and a spirit animal card at the end of your reading. All of the decks have been shuffled. We're going to go ahead and get right into it. And we're not going to take reversals for this reading. So let's go ahead and see what we have for love. All right. Some good healing here in the 4 of Swords. Swords being air energy, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. This is coming out of a battle is what I'm hearing. 3 of Sword energy here. Possibly dealing with the 2 of Sword, having to deal with indecision. And then that 1 sword from that 3 of Sword being a sword of truth that help one to want to move away from that 3 of Sword into this healing energy of this 4 of Swords here. Taking some time to rest and heal before, and this is a very healthy approach to relationships. A lot of, I feel, of the 3D programming doesn't really assist and support in doing so, but when we leave a connection, it does take some time to heal. Automatically jumping into another relationship once you end one when it comes to love it's not advised. We'll just put it that way. You can't tell anyone what to do. People have to learn the way that they move. So that's what I'm getting here. This just being a healthy approach to coming out of something having to do with that 3 of Sword energy and healing. Beautiful. Stability energy is a part of this here with that 4. You may have been dealing with an emperor, or you may be an emperor yourself. That being a card of 4 in the major arcana, picking that up there. 4 is also related to Cancerian energy, having to do with protection, security, unconditional love, nurturance, but then also being able to use those pinchers to be able to protect oneself and do what one is needing to do. I'm seeing that too, almost as like even your Scorpio pincher, just getting that pinching energy, but being supported with Cancerian energy to do so here. So that's beautiful. And then a blossoming energy, seeing that flower there, just great healing coming out of that 3 of Swords. So that's lovely. And I feel that that is also leaning towards having something to look forward to here too. Wanting to do this for yourself. This could be someone that's also helping you to do this. You being supported through this, not doing this on your own. And that being a part of the love that you're receiving. Baby steps. I love that. All right, let's see what we have for money. All right, get it, get it. Get it, get it. We got the 10 of coins here. Racks on racks on racks. So being very stable. This is great stability that's here. You just taking control of your life and, you know, making sure that everything is in order. You're doing a great job. Staying responsible with it here too. And just making things happen for yourself. Getting away from the bullshit and the drama. Really being out there shining. Just taking care of your business. Being your best self. And making sure you're on top of it. By just being you and keeping that order, by eliminating the outside nonsense, the drama, all of that. I feel that this has helped you to rise up into this 10 of coin here. This is great stability. This is a great amount of wealth here. I'm seeing safe energy here, so some of you may have that there. Also seeing the letter H here that's present here too, but again, you just being very wealthy, being in a very good position when it comes to money here. Highly stable here. I'm also seeing H's here. And with the 4, I'm getting like these 4 of Pentacles, it just being about you really taking care of your money. I feel that that's what that's speaking to. Knowing how to balance everything and how to distribute things in the way that they need to go. I'm seeing an Ace of Pentacles here too. This 10 does break down to a 1 of a new beginning. 10 speaking to endings. You've accomplished a major goal here. Coins being Earth energy, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. That Taurus energy being your polarity energy. With that being said, and this being the second card, very strong Taurus energy, your polarity energy, doing the shadow work, facing what you needed to face, and unlocking your treasures and making that major discovery on what it is that you can really truly do for yourself by taking good care. Wonderful energy here. Love it. You a boss, boo. I love it. Okay, let's see what we have for you. All right, so here's that 4 of coins. There's that 4 coin energy of you just being, and this is that Emperor energy there too. You may be seeing 4-4. We got 4-1-4, 1-4-4. Hey, Divine Femme Carrot 144, just saying. But that could be significant for you in your own special way. With that 4 coin, this is that empiric energy that I was picking up on, and you just being a really awesome total boss when it comes to your life. Given that we have that energy here in love, we have it across the board here. I was picking that up here, and then you have that 4 energy connected here with this 4 of swords. So being in a healed state, clearing out and clearing through and allowing great things to come to you. Again, you're on top of it. You're on top of it. Coins energy is more earth energy, and I feel that's just speaking to that Taurus energy that was being picked up here, but seeing those 4 coins here too. There's different, I'm noticing the difference of what's inside of each of these coins, and I feel that that just kind of speaks to you knowing how to maneuver and how to manipulate energy in a way that makes it work in your favor, but it's also aligned with an integrity stance here. And because you're doing this, it's just blessings upon blessings here. Strong Emperor energy. I'm seeing the Serpent energy. A Fucus energy was coming through right before your reading. As I got the card decks ready, I noticed the O's here. These ended up calling my attention here. And I got the 2 O's that are in Scorpio, but then I also got the O's that are a part of a Fucus energy, where they did have that as a part of one of their readings. Scorpio and a Fucus energy are very closely connected, so that could be significant for you. I do feel, with that being said, and the Fucus energy and being connected to feminine energy overall, divine feminine power and light shining through, and you, the Serpent energy, I'm just getting it's that clearing energy from this healing here. You really doing what you needed to do to take care of yourself. And being a true emperor and a true boss. The Emperor energy of this and that 4 energy, this is minor arcana stance here. So this is the Emperor and the minor arcana here. But being very stable, protecting what you have, taking really good care of your finances, but then also of your mental health, your soul health, emotional health, all of it. And this totally has to do with that clearing and you having balanced chakras. Powering up and leveling up too, being on a whole nother level here. And you're coming into newness here too with that 10 there. So you have new beginning that you set up for yourself, and you just continue to shine and thrive and to grow. This is beautiful. You know what you're doing. I'm seeing eagle eyes here. That eagle is a part of your symbology as well. So with that, I feel that's about, you know, going through those certain experiences, that just going back to that 4 sword and how it is that you're here. Knowing that you have the strength to overcome and to soar and rise high. And to be with the eagles. Soar with the eagles and not hang with the chickens. That's what I'm getting there. Take what resonates for you though. A lot of these are very descriptive pentacles here. I do feel that that may stand out for you in some kind of way. The diamonds, that's what I'm seeing for sure. So, again, take what resonates. But I love this energy here. And that snake, that serpent energy just surrounding you in that 4 of Pentacles. That beautiful chakra energy. Just completely balanced and stable. On top of your game. Let's see what we have on the bottom. Judgment. You making that judgment call, and judgment coming through. This is a universal support that's coming through for you. A card of 20 here. Breaking down to a 2, where I'm getting automatic connection to a High Priestess, that being counterpart to the Hierophant. So I feel that this is about that newness that may be coming through for you when it comes to a certain connection here and you having new contract. But you also being very highly intuitive, listening to your intuition, putting yourself first. And because you're doing this, it's creating change across the board. I feel with anyone that you've been connected to or are connected to, it's just creating change in the atmosphere. This is also about awakenings here too. So it could be an awakening process here for you that you're coming out of with that Three of Swords, being enlightened to some truth. That's just, it's helped you to really, to really shine and to bring in great blessing and riches here for you. And that's being a part of that judgment. You've planted good seeds and now you're seeing great reward. You've gone through the battle. You've overcome. Yeah, and I'm getting that too with that Cancerian energy. That's giving me the Chariot card, and that being about overcoming too and having great major success, but also being divinely protected and given, I'm hearing galactic knowledge and giving galactic knowledge. And this being also too, this is right before the World card, and the World card being the last card in the major arcana, speaking to the end of a manifestation cycle. So, boom. You've unlocked your treasure. All right, let's get to your clarifiers here. I feel too, you have that transformative energy. I want to make a note of this here too. And the healing energy I'm seeing here with the red cross that's here and that flag there. But that being a part of the universal support, but I do feel with your transformative energy of Scorpio that you're bringing about, it's going back to what I said earlier about you bringing about that significant change in others and being a catalyst for them to wake up. And this is going throughout the tribe here in these last few readings that I've been doing. So a lot of us being out there in the field and really living our true soul's purpose and doing what we need to do as a part of what we have been assigned to do coming into this lifetime here and just doing a great job of it. As a result, the blessings are coming through. Thank you, Spirit. Let's clarify the Four of Swords. All right, so, I mean, this could be about secrets. I'm not getting that. I'm getting this being connected to you and your Scorpio moon power. Anytime the moon energy comes out for any of these moon readings, that's mainly what I get, is that you're just very much in your power. You're rising up. You've experienced some tower moments here that have been a part of the manifesting energy here and come out of this just completely rising and shining. But having grace, leveling up, and moving away from what does not serve is also what I'm seeing here with the dog and the wolf there. That being connected to bestiality. The energy that's here, it's a crustacean energy where it could be scorpionic energy, but I feel that that's about that rising energy with you being in the water there, going along your path here, and the connection here with you seeing yourself and then just connecting with this and rising up, just wanting to go the distance, being unafraid to face what you may not be able to see here and using your intuition and allowing yourself to be supported and to be guided, having trust and faith and hope in the universal law there. And so because of that, I feel it's just speaking to that blessing and that reward, having elevation, also shedding away what does not serve you and leaving it where it belongs. But I feel that because it has touched you so much with your auric energy here, this golden energy that I'm getting, as it falls down to the earth, it's going to be blessing. I'm almost seeing it as this judgment card here. You being this angel here. Having healing for yourself, but then also having grace and, you know, shedding blessing here of even more of that healing down onto the earth here, where there's more of that bestiality energy and then the underworld energy here too. But it's more going towards the earthen energy here. I do feel like as dark as the water can be, I feel it's also light energy here too. That's what I'm getting. And that being the catalyst energy and the transformative energy that can come about. There's so much that's connected to the water and it being underground energy and having a dark energy connected to it. But just as much as it has a dark energy, it also has a light energy. And I feel that that's what this whole energy is just speaking to, and you being strong in your Scorpio moon power here. Being very similar. Look at the similarity here. And in between these cards, we have the sun. So that being illumination, and I feel that's illumination of you being somewhat of a karma bringer here, and this just being a part of your soul's purpose here. Being seen for the truth of who it is that you are. You're not playing, you're not messing around. You've been consistent, you've been persistent, and you've been very keen. And because you may have been treated a certain way when it comes to this bestiality energy here, we reap what we sow. So I feel that this energy that's here, they're going through tower moments here in a way that is going to be totally different for you because you're in an elevated state here. It's all about what we have put out there and then what is returning. So again, you just being very strong in your Scorpio moon power here. Having grace as you know that these energies are going to be receiving what it is that they have been dishing, which has not been on an integral vibration. This is a card of 18 that comes together to create a 9, but it also creates that 7 of that chariot energy. The chariot being a card of 7 in the major arcana that was being spoken on, connected to that 4 energy of Cancer. And being on the right path, being guided, listening to your intuition, and overcoming successfully here. But being really seen for who it is that you are, and that being connected to that Judgment card there too. Wonderful. Let's clarify the 10 of coins. Ooh, we've seen that 3 of swords. Clarify the 10 of coins. And I feel that's, that's speaking to how it is you've come out of that 3 of swords. That 3 of swords, I feel it's because this is the energy of that healing. It could be very fresh. That's what I'm getting by seeing that 3 of swords. That 3 of swords was in reverse. Totally guided not to take those reversals, but we do not have that here. And I think that's why Spirit wanted me to see that. Clarify the 10 of coins. All right. So I'm just getting here. You received the news that you needed. This is my lotus flower card here too. But I wasn't getting that. I'm getting that news has been received. You've been enlightened to the truth. And now you've done what you needed to do to take care of the situation. The end. And because you've done this, you've unlocked the treasure. This is the key to unlocking your treasure. This is an energy of 3. I'm getting that Trinity energy with you being connected divinely here. That being a 3 energy right here with this 12, 1 and 2 creating a 3. It also creating a 1 energy as well. Speaking to this 10 energy of this 10 of coin, but then a new beginning that's set here for you. And we have that new beginning here too with this 3 energy as well. And this being about a complete ending here, the end of a manifesting cycle. This comes after the Judgment card. You completely overcoming successfully karmic cycles, very toxic karmic cycles here. Using your magician powers, being very balanced, making great decision for yourself, and putting action into moving towards what is best for you now that you've received what you needed to from this message here. Very simple. You're on your way to new adventures, new endeavors. Very excited is also what I'm getting here too. You've done the work. You're being appreciated, also being recognized, and that was coming through as well. You being that great Emperor energy, but this is also Empress energy here too. The strong 3 energy is also representation of this too. 3 of Cups and a lot of great joy and happiness is also connected to this. And then the 3 of Pentacles. You're moving into more positive 3 energy, getting away from that 3 of Swords. That being over for you. This is powerful. I love this. I could sit here and look at this all day. But I do feel too, even with this message energy, I'm not going to look further into it. And I feel that that's what you may be learning about yourself, is that as deep as you can be, you may have looked way too deeply into things and overthought things. rather than taking them for what they are. Because when you did do that, I feel being on a lower level and taking things for what they were, you discovered that there was way more beneath the surface. And so getting out of that patternistic behavior here and just taking things, now that you know that you've leveled up and that you have the safety and protection, really taking things for what they are instead of overanalyzing. But definitely receiving message that you needed, getting greater enlightenment about a situation, possibly some immature behavior here, and being in this abundant stance here too. But taking what it is that you needed, being more enlightened to the truth, and bringing about an ending successfully here. We have your energy here, and there's that eagle. There's that eagle energy, that symbology that was coming through with the diamonds. It's just being about the blessing that's fated and destined for you. We have a lot of major arcana energy that's here, speaking to the universal support and the energy of what is due to come to you as these bountiful blessings in your rightful motherfucking abundance. I love this. Aquarius energy here. Taurus, your polarity energy working there. These are polarity energies here too with Leo and Aquarius there. So that could be significant for you in your chart too. Very beautiful energy here. I love this. I love it. All right. So moving on to that new for sure. Now let's go ahead and clarify the Four of Coins. Clarify the Four of Coins. There's that Chariot. Card of 7. Just as I said, this is your Emperor energy being here. This being a part of your fated destiny here. This is riches, glorious abundance here that's due for you as you sit and allow yourself to receive. Being a part of that healing energy here. The pincher energy, I'm just getting that very strongly there. You using that. And I did channel your title, you using your stinger. You'll see it when I post it, but I thought that was pretty cool, and I couldn't understand. I'm always excited to know what the readings are going to come out as when I get these titles. It's just become a thing, and it's become a fun thing that I have as a connection, being connected to my spirit team and my guides. It's a lot of fun. But getting back to what I'm getting here, you can see the similarity here too as well. This is a card of Cancer here. This is all 4 knights. So this is magician energy as well. All 4 elements coming together. And knight's energy is about defending. So you really doing what, again, it just goes back to how it is that you're maneuvering and manipulating your life, your energies, your power, and taking the reins back when it comes to your life. This being sovereignty pretty much here, and you being safe and protected, guided by the angels. Being on the right path is also that energy of 7 there too. The Red Cross energy here, your representation of who it is that you are in this lifetime. Boom. And then that moon energy with the wings. This couldn't get more magical. I mean, it can get more magical, but the way that all of this is coming out is just super majestic. And I'm also getting that galactic knowledge being received and being connected, and you just realizing who the fuck it is that you are, and what it is that is meant to be yours as your rightful abundance that may have been stagnated due to dealing with lower vibrational activity for far too long. High Priestess energy being right here too. So that just going back to the connection with the Cancerian energy and that 2 energy from the Judgment card and the similarities. It's all tying together here. 3 of Wands, Mega Manifester, Gemini energy that's present here, but then we also have that strong 3 energy that wanted to come through with those cards there. So that being a part of that 3 energy as well with the Hangman, and then with the World card and the Empress energy, but you seeing your ships arrive. Your ships are coming in. Your golden aura and all that was being spoken on here, you shining. You completely shining. And I feel that this also speaks to the catalyst energy that you have, but also the abundance that you bring and the blessings that you bring to others by being along their path. I feel that it's kind of a reversal. It's even exchange. I'm getting equal exchange, but I feel that as a part of your soul's purpose, and who it is that you're designed to be in this lifetime. Really tapping into this and following through with this and living this. That's just bringing about even more of those blessings here, and you seeing your ships arrive. Bountiful blessing, harvest coming through here for you. Three of Wands energy here. This is fire energy, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries, and a Fucus. With third house energy, this is that Magician card. Card of Magician energy. Wonderful. We have the Four of Wands. With this, I'm getting this being a part of the energy of the blessings. These are all the blessings. This is part of the harvest here that's coming through for you. A twin flame connection. With that being in reverse and me having to turn it, I feel that that's what you're moving away from. There's an old connection that did not work out. I don't feel that it was due to anything that you have done. I feel that that's a part of that Three of Swords energy that you experience, where someone made a free will choice and dishonored a contract, and that bringing some instability. And part of the blessing that's coming through even more for you is even greater stability, but also union and partnership being celebrated and seen and recognized. Again, that energy coming through for you. This is overcoming an accomplishment. I'm seeing that huge castle back here, being a part of one of these castle energies here, and that just also speaking to what is a part of your rightful abundance. It all coming through for you here. And there's the Sun card that was spoken on with the similarities of these two cards here and what comes in between. How beautiful. And I do feel that this is about that dark and that light energy, especially with these two coming out in this reading in this way. But illumination of the truth of who it is that you are, you being very strong in your power, illumination, happiness, and rebirth energy that I feel is been a part of you, but also what it is that you bring. And then twin flame energy I'm seeing with the sunflowers, healing of the root chakra energy, but then also being able to celebrate with this flag here that represents your color of Scorpio there. This is a card of Leo, and with the 1 and the 9, this also creates a 10 energy that breaks down to a 1, speaking to a new beginning. Illumination of your happiness is what I'm hearing. And you riding off into the sunset, being celebrated, this is about that rebirth energy. And you just coming away from what does not serve you and being happy. It being a clearing energy, and now that that clearing has come through, it's like that sun just is more of that healing energy. This being that healing state is also what I'm getting here too. This 1 and the 9, they also come together to create an 8. And that 8 is your representation of 8th house energy of Scorpio. And so then to follow, as a result of you making the judgment call for yourself, I feel you're also a part of this angel energy here that is being that catalyst for others to wake up because you're living in your truth. Have gained more power, trusted yourself, gone the distance here, received even more of a blessing here, illumination of all of that. It's just a ripening energy that I'm getting that's taking place here. And there being greater joy and happiness, and because you're living in truth and doing what you want to do for yourself and moving away from what does not serve and has not served, being healed from this, it's creating that catalytic change. And with this being in reverse, I'm just seeing that as a part of that energy of being enlightened with that hangman energy, being enlightened to the truth and seeing things for what they are. Hermit energy. This is the Hermit. It's a card of 9. And that 9 being a part of this moon energy here. Where I feel it's a part of you gaining that enlightenment and no longer hiding or being, not necessarily hiding, but keeping yourself contained. Staying within and doing what you needed to do in order to receive that enlightenment, the information that you needed. And now that you've received that information, it's all right here. It's all right here. The change has begun. Karmic cycles closing. You've gone through the transformation, got the information that you needed, seen the truth for what it was, and took the steps to make things happen. And look at the amount of yellow that's here, coming from the sun energy that's coming from that hermit energy, going from dark to the light. This is that path energy, from the darkness to the light, where it's that combination energy that I was getting. It all being right here. Everything just speaking in great connection here. I love this. And the importance of that 4, again, being right here. You may be seeing 4, 4, 4. We have a lot of 4s here. A lot of 3s, a lot of 2, 2, 3, 4. Very consecutive order here. I love this. But this, it's speaking to your empiric energy. Being a great emperor and an empress here. Being in your power and creating change. Seeing your ships arrive here. You've overcome successfully. And now the blessings are here. And I feel that what you overcome, someone didn't want you to receive that. On the bottom here. I feel with me saying that, it's related to this energy here. Because this is coming under the Judgment card. This is who, and the, well, not necessarily who. I feel like you've dealt with this energy in different forms of energies. Different clones is what I'm hearing. Let me take a sip of my drink. I got some coffee here. We're going to sip on that. This is fire energy. And this is night energy. So given that we have an outside night here, that's another reason why I'm getting this as being a different person here, because you're whole here as this Chariot card. But with even the way that this is going to be facing, once I set this down, I won't be able to set it so you can see the entirety of it. But it's going to be looking at this Chariot card. And it's also, I feel, you know, someone who has wanted to try to be in front of you. This is immature behavior here with that night energy that I'm picking up on. Completely unrelated to the night energy that you represent. I feel that speaking to that higher level energy and where it is that you're coming from. Having grace for those energies because it's overreactive energy that's here. You can see the red in the horse, the hue in the horse here. I feel that it's feeding from this energy. It's feeling the energy from this night here. And just being very reactive. Having this, I'm not even going to, it's not an ace of wand. It's just a wand here. Where I'm getting this being about perpetration here too. Someone, I'm getting stubborn. I'm hearing stubborn energy that just does not want to see you happy because they may not be happy. But as they're acting out in this way, again, what we put out there is what we get back. It's very possible that they're going through this tower moment. This energy, whoever has been in this energy when it comes to you and what it is that you've walked away from, as a part of that 3 of Swords energy, is receiving a judgment call. You've made a judgment when it comes to this person here and making the decision to move away and create some endings here. And because you've done that, you've unlocked your treasure. They're not happy about this, and that's too bad. Because you do have this energy here of the Judgment card that's helping to move this energy out of the fucking way. We'll go ahead and set that there. And I do feel too that this is about coming out of those waters where we do have this energy here too of that Lotus card, coming out of muddy waters. I feel that you're moving more towards safer waters, it being that 6 of Swords energy, and that did come through with the collective reading. So coming out of those nasty, toxic waters and putting yourself, magically putting yourself, I want to, look at that. Look at that, yo. Oh my goodness. Magically putting yourself in some more healthy, in healthy, clean, safe, calmer waters is where you're headed. But look at the magic of what just happened there with this deck. That's the other Judgment card of this deck here. I almost don't even want to touch it. Wow. And the grays. I don't know if you've heard about the grays. That may resonate for you, but that's what I was getting, just seeing that gray energy there. 2 Judgment cards. So this was some heavy stuff related to this energy here. And what it is that they may have felt like they were invincible. I feel that Spirit was actually watching everything, just as they always do. Spirit always watches everything. And was just sitting and watching, like, okay. And it's that chariot energy there too, just sitting and watching. And this is what I feel that you were doing too. And you took the action. When it was time to sting, you took that action and took it upon yourself, knowing. It's about that knowing and being able to maneuver and doing this in a very successful and very smooth way. The Seven of Swords coming through with you being that great magi and knowing how to work your magic. That being a part of that Seven of Swords energy that I'm picking up on. Just being completely underestimated, but knowing how to take power and sovereignty of your life here. Taking control back from others who have been overreactive, overpowering and over-controlling. Yeah, you just going through a lot when it comes to this particular type of energy here. And that double judgment coming through here. Oh my goodness. So as I was saying, just that it's that invincible feeling, you know, spirit just assessing over time and just saying, okay, you've been given chance after chance, and we continue to see this kind of behavior here. There's nothing that's been changing. So as a result, we have double judgment coming through. This is a double smackdown energy here. And I'm just hearing Saturn coming through very heavily. And it, again, being about what we sow, the seeds that we sow and what we plant. What you put out there definitely returns back. And I do feel it's a karmic return, a major karmic return that's coming through here. And we have that energy here with the World card here too. Possibly a part of that being you bringing about the successful ending here, completing and closing these cycles when it comes to these people where they think that they have been able to do this continuously. It's over. There's no more. And there's no more chances with you either. As much as they may learn, they're going to learn in some kind of way by you doing what you needed to do and closing these cycles. But because they're closed, there's no turning back. There's no turning back. Wow, that's amazing. All right, let's get your major arcana card for Scorpio moons. I love your reading. This reading was bomb. Bomb diggity. Let's get a card for Scorpio moon, please. I love your energy too. It's like you're taking that scorpionic energy, instead of using it for negative, you're using it for power. You're realizing that it doesn't have to be negative. And that's what I was getting here too with that moon card. It doesn't have to be negative. And when you stay on the path of integrity, because when you're in lower vibration and you feel like you need to do what you need to do, but it's on a low vibe, nothing really comes out of that. You just get that judgment result there where you get instantly, or not instantly, but you get automatically. That's the word. Automatically what it is that you put out there, you get that back. So realizing when you put good things out there, when you plant good seeds, even more of the blessings are going to come through for you when you trust spirit and you allow yourself to put that trust in and have faith and hope that everything is going to work out, because it always does. For Scorpio moons, one card, please. And this fell right on top of the moon card. Just want to point that out. I'm going to leave this right here. We're going to check out the bottom here too. See, energy of 4. And they're all upright. I love you, Scorpio moons. I feel too, I just want to say before I speak on these, that with the reversal energies, that's just been a lot of you all protecting yourself. After being hurt, I feel you even came into this lifetime hurt, to be honest with you. And I feel that, you know, that's been your guard. It's been a guard to keep yourself protected, but to keep yourself closed off. And there's been some kind of catalytic energy, a true divine blessing that's come through for you here, that has assisted and supported you and helped you to see more of the light from within yourself. And that there is, you know, great things that can come out of who it is that you are. It doesn't have to be so damn dark all the damn time. And when you connect that light with your dark, it's part of that unlocking of the treasure here. You're receiving that enlightenment, the message, the enlightenment, closing cycles. You're making things happen. Being very strong in your emperor power here. It's the clearing of the chakras. It's a culmination of things that just has worked out so beautifully here for you. And I'm so proud of whoever this resonates for. I'm so proud of you. Keep doing what you're doing, because you're definitely creating change, not only for yourself, that's bringing in great abundance and high vibration, but you're helping the world. This is awesome. All right, so here we have the wheel. We have the Wheel of Fortune, which is fabulous. I love it. So speaking to things working in your favor and you unlocking your treasure. That wheel is spinning, things turning in your favor. That 10 energy being connected to this 10 of coin I'm getting. Even the 10 of cup and the 10 of, I don't know, the 10 of cup being with that 10 of coin energy there. And because we have that 210 energy here too, I'm also getting that being a part of that double judgment energy. And you just reaping great harvest here because you've planted good seeds. The next card, we have that strong chariot energy. You sitting on your throne. And this is movement forward. So I feel that this is just speaking to how you come into this emperor state here, being a very strong empress energy, coming into that wholeness and that balance energy, but also knowing that this is a part of a fated energy and a part of your destiny here, being guided, safe, and protected as well when it comes to your ancestors and your spirit team. And now, you know, it's just being about that movement forward. Having that assessment, knowing what you want to do, you've observed, you've seen. What's that? Well, how's that saying go? I came, I saw, I conquered. Now it's time to move forward into some newness here. 7 energy again, that being connected also to Libra energy. So being balanced, finding that wholeness and that balance there. Sphinx energy with the High Priestess energy and the black and white being here too. With the black sphinxes, the black sphinx and the white sphinx here. And then you have 2 beautiful white horses here. I'm just getting that being connected to the Cancerian energy. But then also even your energy here too. And moon energy. White being a color of the moon. The moon being the ruler of Cancer. We're all connected in a Cancerian way, to be honest with you, when it comes to our moon signs. Because the moon is the ruler of Cancer. Some of you may be Scorpio suns too, is what I'm getting. But I think this is beautiful. This is you as that empress. I feel this is you as the emperor. And then we have the chariot again, speaking to your overall majestic balance here of the emperor and the empress here. Being very strong in your power, being very mighty. I love it. Death card, that being your energy here. This is a card of Scorpio. Also a card of 13. And this just speaking to that karmic cycle, the karmic cycles that you've successfully closed. Even here in the love energy here and being in that healing, coming out of that 3 of Swords energy and moving into the healing phase here. Because you put something significantly to an end. This could also be about you leaving another Scorpio energy or an Ophiuchus energy. Ophiuchus energy is a part of this too with the 13 energy. But this coming together to create that beautiful 4. It also comes together to create that powerful 2 with the double judgment and then the High Priestess energy connected to the Chariot card and the card that we have here. This is the death process and that rebirth energy that where, you know, the sun always rises. And typically in a death card energy, you have that sun that's kind of in the background. You see tower energy and the sun rising upon that. I feel that that's why this message is coming out here too in that moon card there to speak to you going through that death process, putting things to an end that do not serve. Taking the, I'm getting this too as like a blindfold almost, even though it's around the head. I feel it may have been wrapped around the eyes here too. That being a part of that enlightenment there too. This comes after the Hangman, the card of 12. So being enlightened to the truth. Now that you have the truth, you're taking action and putting your fire, your energy of what it is that you have as a Scorpio energy. And I do say fire. Mars is connected. Mars is your ruler. That being very fiery energy here. Doing what you needed to do to take care of yourself. Because I do feel like just seeing this energy here, it just ripped you out raw here. This is that ripening energy here, what you were going through. Speaking to what it is that you've gone through and what you're healing from. 4 energy being connected to that 4 of Swords there too. Yep, and look what we have again. I mean, if this don't speak like hardcore definite endings here and complete finalization, as I said earlier, there's no turning back. You made that definite decision. I feel, especially now that you realize the amount of benefic blessing that you were actually fated and that you are now receiving and that you will continue to receive because you have completed successfully karmic cycles, being lifted and supported, having the world in your hands. But as I said, you're helping the world, and I'm seeing that castle. What is due as a part of your abundance here? This just speaking to the whole internalization of your spirit and how it is that one can affect all. We're all connected. And so I just feel that this just kind of speaks to what it is that we can all have when we're actually doing the work and we put ourselves in that position of living our truth and knowing our truth. The true blessing that can come through from this if we just follow through with that. And, you know, a lot of us as a spirit team and as a part of the tribe here, that just going back to you being representation of that angel here to bring that awakening energy to others who come along your path and you coming along their path. This is just completely awesome. There's not enough words that I can put into this, so I hope that the feeling and the messages are coming through, even with these pictures here and the way that these are coming out. I mean, you have 2 world cards, you have 2 judgment cards, you have so many major arcana cards, but you also have this 10 of coin. Was getting the 10 of cup energy as well. You just a lot of tens, a lot of tens, strong Saturnian energy and very strong supportive universal law and universal energies. Your spirit team just coming all the way true and through here for you. But you having, it's, you know, you had to do your part of having that faith and that knowing. And I feel that that's speaking here to this moon card and what it is that you've accomplished thus far. It's only the beginning for you too, boo. I love this for you. I love this. I don't even need to speak again on this. We've already had it here, but just the fact that it came out in this way, and then you have the energy of 4 here, and that just speaking to that stability, but the impact of those endings as well, as this 1 and this 3 create that 4 energy, and how it really truly is final. And now because of this, and you've overcome successfully, you're a victor. Seeing that with that V just kind of peeking through here, connected to that 7. And even the 2 energy, you're a victor as a high priestess for listening to yourself and following your truth. You're being heralded. And now things, all the blessing and the fortune coming through. These cards are shining too. This is strong gold energy that's present here. Speaking to even more of your abundance. Gloriously abundant. Wow. Let's see what we have on the bottom here. Now this was in reverse. I'm getting it's okay to take that energy, but this is the Lover's card. This is about choice energy here. There's a strong camaraderie and partnership. I do feel with the upright energy coming through, it's just speaking to what it is you're moving into and what it is that you moved away from. Having made a firm, definite decision, but now you're really truly seeing what this true lover's energy is supposed to be about, and it not being about someone making another choice when it comes to another person. This is about you receiving the fated gift that is designed for you and you alone. You have a lot of love in your heart. I'm seeing that green connected to the heart chakra. You're a very loving person. You've given so much of yourself where it brought you down to this bare minimum here. And you really had to put an end to it. And you did. And you overcame successfully. And now, again, all that bountiful blessing is just flowing true and through here for you. Strong 6 energy, overcoming devil energy, that card of 15. That creates a 6. This is a part of that too. The angels have your back. That may be a part of the title. Because I feel it had to do with you having that faith and that knowing about that too. Being so protected most of your lives. There's such a great, significant, impactful, and more positive change here for you. I'm so happy for you. This was awesome. Let's get your spirit animal card. Card of Gemini here too. So that being a part of your ships coming in, connected to that 3 of Wands. Wow, this is awesome. Strong message here too. I feel this is a fucus energy here too. I like to see them as, you know, the forgotten angels. I feel that a fucus energy is about that energy, and you may have that in your chart with it being so closely connected to Scorpio. But I feel that that's a part of the angelic protection and guidance there too. And them not getting enough credit. I feel none of us as empaths and awakeners who are here to, you know, create and bring about greater change are given the credit, you know, that we should be given on a daily basis. And being very humble, just continuing to walk along and go through the path. I feel that, you know, Spirit has just seen this and just been like, no, we're not going to continue this in this manner. You're going to be given what it is that, you know, is due to you as a part of you being here, as a part of you fulfilling your soul's purpose. But also, you know, for those who did not give you the credit, we're going to make sure that you receive that tenfold, 100-fold is what I'm hearing. Let's get one more card here. Spirit animal card for Scorpio moons. Scorpio moon. Oh, interesting. Very nice. This came out for another reading too. X is for X-ray Tetra. I want to say it was Cancers. I'm not sure though. The Tetra energy. Let me go ahead and find a reading on that. X-ray could be significant. I do feel, actually, I don't feel it has to do with health. I feel this is about a restoring of health. You having X-ray of X-ray vision and having that enlightenment, receiving that being a part of that hermit energy and what you've received as that galactic knowledge, that being that beautiful X-ray vision that you developed on, and that high intuitive power that you have as a high priestess or Hierophant energy too. But I was going to point this out here too, like just really seeing the truth of yourself and what it is that, you know, you're really looking like, or you're even feeling like after dealing with these kinds of energies and situations. Like it just had to come to a complete halt and a stop. No more of it. And I feel that that's a part of your purpose here in this lifetime here too. It may have dragged on for lifetimes. It's over. And I do feel too, now that I set this back down, seeing that Wheel of Fortune, that's speaking to the blessing and the abundance that's coming through for you, connected to the spirit animal here too. This just being more of a bountiful blessing in this energy here. And another 10 energy speaking to the endings here. But the 10 being about the wheel, and then also about that 10 of cup, and then also about the 10 of pentacle energy. And then even about the overall ending of things that you're moving away from that have not served you. And I believe it just came out as a Tetra spiritual meaning. I am seeing amazing facts about X-ray. Let's check that out. I'll leave the spiritual meaning that I just saw. I'll read what it says here, and then I'm going to click on the amazing facts, and then I'll post that too. Double blessings. Yummy, yummy. Okay, so it says here, let me pause the music here. In many cultures, the Tetra is seen as a symbol of harmony and balance. Tetras are gentle and calm, just as these fish can live peacefully. And then it goes on. I kind of want to read the rest of that. Let's see if we can find it real quick. If it's not real quick, then I'm going to go to the other part. Okay, yeah, it's a hot mess. So I'm going to leave the link for that, and you can finish diving in on that if you so choose. Let's click on amazing facts here. So it says here, the most distinctive feature of the X-ray Tetra is the translucent layer of skin that covers its small body, making the fish's backbone clearly visible. So what you've experienced here, where you've taken the strength and the power that you had to be able to bring about a complete and significant ending, possibly dealing with another Scorpio here, because of that energy, I'm just getting that backbone energy being seen. It empowered you. It empowered you so much so it helped you to elevate and to ascend into a whole nother level here. where you're exemplifying this energy of that X-ray Tetra here. Being even more of an amazing person and seeing even more of your truth. So let's see, amazing facts about the X-ray Tetra. I'll just read a couple of these, maybe a few, and then I'll again leave the link in the description box for you. The X-ray Tetra is also known as the golden Pristella Tetra and the water goldfinch due to the faint golden coloration of their translucent skin. This fish has a bony internal structure known as the Weberian apparatus, which is used in picking up sound waves and contributes to their acute sense of hearing. They are incredibly peaceful and are often tolerant of the other species that they share their habitat with. Sounds like Scorpio to me. That's very interesting. I love the similarities here too. So I highly encourage, if this is moving you, to look into this, and I do feel that this may be very much more helpful information for you to help you know even more of a truth about yourself, but to help you to dive even further into that and embrace that energy, and then to continue forward and moving on into even more of your benefic, rightful abundance. Scorpio moons, this was your awesome reading. I hope that these messages were helpful, enlightening, empowering, and enriching here for you. I just saw 555. Thank you for all of your love and support. I really do appreciate every single one of you. And welcome to all new subscribers. Until we meet again, I hope that you take great care. I wish you all the very best. I love you. Peace.